Hi, I'm Surya Ravichandran. As part of DSCI560, I'm going to be showcasing my work done for Lab 1. So, to get started with the first task, we have the installation of the VM and setting up the basic tools on it. So, as you can see on the screen, this is the setup. We have installed Oracle VM VirtualBox, and there is an Ubuntu version 22 installed on it. And then we have also installed Python to get started with the coding tasks. That Python 3, okay. So version 3.10.12 has been installed on this system. And then moving on to the next task. So the next task is to get familiar with the Linux operating system and Python. So for this, we had to create a directory structure such as this, where you have the root directory in the desktop as Surya Ravichandran, I mean my name, followed by my USC ID. And within this folder, we have two others called data and scripts. In data, we have all the raw data as well as the processed data. And in scripts, we have the all the coding tasks, the files related to that are here. And quickly moving on to task 1. So in task 1, it's a basic task where you accept the input as name of a person, and the output would just be saying hello to them. So we could test that out. Okay, so quickly change directories, cd desktop, cd Chandran, and then cd scripts. Then here we have the task1.py. So I'm going to type Python 3 and task underscore 1. Okay. So please enter your name. I'm going to enter my name. And there we go. That's the output. So that completes the execution of task1.py. And then moving on to the next part, which is the web scraping portion. So we were given the CNBC website's homepage to scrape from. So I will quickly go to that site so that we can have a look at the structure. So this is the homepage of CNBC, and we were asked to firstly analyze this web page by inspecting the elements, primarily of the section that displays the index, as well as the percentage change and the current value, as well as the latest news section. So the inspect element tab is right here. It's in a new window. Okay. Yeah. So a quick use of the tool here. So just by hovering over the latest news section, we are able to see that the div has loaded up the exact section where it lies. So it is a div tag with the following attributes and their values and so on. So this is for the latest news, and also for this section we could quickly check that out. Yeah, hopefully I clicked that right. Yeah, so it's again in a div tag with the class markets banner, which has the required data. So once this was done, after brief analysis of the page, we quickly move on to the coding section, which so the web scraper.py. I will quickly take you over this code. So in this code, what we are trying to do is try to read the entire HTML of this web page using requests initially, and then beautiful soup and selenium. So with just the requests module, we weren't able to get the entire web page because some of the components load dynamically, especially the market banner and the latest news. These tend to load only after rest of the elements are loaded. So the requests package did not account for this. So using another package called Selenium, which is primarily used for testing automation and so on. Using this, we were able to load the page, wait for the entire page to be loaded, and then parse the HTML. So after all the imports are done, we have given the URL of this page, and then here line 10 to 13, these are the setup for the Selenium to be activated. So we have a Chrome driver which is stored in the downloads folder, and then initializing the WebDriver.Chrome options, and then adding the argument called headless, so that once the code is executed, you don't want to see the Chrome window opening up. It just happens in the background. And then so this is where the actual initialization and the execution of the WebDriver happens. And then you send the URL, you wait for 20 seconds. 20 seconds is just an arbitrarily tested out number. So wait for 20 seconds, and then collect the page source of the CNBC website. And then so then we are done with the driver. We no longer need it. So return back the close the driver, and then using beautiful soup, we parse the HTML. But as far as web_scraper.py is concerned, we just collect the HTML and save it in an web_data.html file. So once that is saved, we again open it just to make sure that everything is fine. We open it and display the first 10 lines of this particular file. So let's execute this. Web so because we have delay over here, time.sleep of 20, it's gonna take at least 20 seconds. So let's wait for that to load. Meanwhile, I think we can close Chrome. Okay. Let me bring up the next file as well, which is the data filtration.py. Yeah, so the execution is completed, and we have the first 10 lines of the page being displayed here. Okay. Then moving on, in the data_filter.py, we were asked to parse the HTML page where you collect the required information and store it in a CSV file. So the first section, which is the market data. We collect all the indexes and store the the symbol, the position, and the percentage change fields. So firstly, what we do is we read the HTML file which was previously saved, and then using Beautiful Soup, you load it into the soup variable, and then you just create another file called market data.csv, where your final output is going to be saved. And then here begins the filtering of the market data. So on analysis, we found out that all the required information is present in one or the other anchor tags, the A tags. So we just make use of some try except statements just to make sure that the code doesn't fail. So if this is the particular market card hyphen container which we are looking for, this particular class, if this class value is present in one of the anchor tags, then we are interested in such a tag. And in each of those we have span tags which contain the symbol, the stock position, and the change percentage. So each of those values, span.text.strip, collects the value, and we write it back to the marketdata.csv file that we opened. So this is done for each of the symbols, and once that is done, we have the filtering of the latest news. So again, we have a news underscore data.csv that we open up, and once we open that file, we then go to news underscore div, which is basically the div that contains all the latest news on that page. So then again, for each of the divs within that div that has a class called latest news headline wrapper, we news underscore data dot write, we write back the timestamp and the title of the news article, as well as the href, which basically gives the link of the site and link of the news article itself. And once that is done, then we say CSV is created with the timestamp, title, and link. So to quickly execute this, I will say 3 and data underscore filter dot by. Okay, that was pretty quick. And if I were to show you the output, we can go back to the data folder. So the raw data contained the web underscore data.html. So because it's an HTML file, it will open up by default on the browser. So this is the local copy of the CNBC site, and then we will check out the other outputs. So go to process data, you have news underscore data.csv. So these will again by default open in software similar to Excel, but let's just use text editor for now. So these are the news articles. So this is the timestamp which says moments ago, then comma the title, comma the link to that news article. Then again, the next article you see 6 hours ago, then you have the title as well as the link and so on. And if we go back to the data.csv, this will be up in the text editor again. Okay. So here you have the symbol, you have the value, and the percentage change. So yeah, that was about it. That was a quick walkthrough of the first lab that was DSCI560. Thank you.